Why is it zoomed in? What in the tarnation? I haven't started to vlog off like that in a very long time. It's been too damn long since I vlogged, and I'm very, very happy that I'm vlogging. And of course, as soon as I start, I got it zoomed in all the way on my freaking face. That's always lovely. But boys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while. I actually, the last video I wasn't even on the channel. It was really just a POV. I hope you guys enjoyed that video though. I did. I thought that was fun. It got a little dark, a little too quick on us. I went a little too late, but it worked out. It was pretty cool. I'm excited to do stage 1 at some point. We're gonna do a really sick POV with that. That's gonna be very exciting. But today's video is pretty cool because we are gonna be ordering some parts soon, but we're gonna do some cool little like educational, inspirational, whatever you wanna call it, kind of videos until those parts essentially come in, which could be a little while. I don't know yet. I'm kind of looking around, seeing some things. Your boy just got a new job, which is pretty exciting. But today we're gonna talk about however many reasons I can find of why I bought a GTI over a Golf R. So there are plenty of reasons why I bought a GTI over a Golf R. And this is also kind of a video why I recommend you do buy a GTI over a Golf R. But in the video, you're gonna figure out why, if there's a chance, you should buy a Golf R over a GTI. So essentially, it's kind of a hand-in-hand situation because if you really take a look at the bigger picture, they're practically the same car. There's really no difference in between the two cars, honestly, besides your all-wheel drivetrain and your quad tips and other little mini things like this. Oh, and the bigger turbo. Other than that, it's pretty much the same car. But there is a couple specific reasons on why I did buy a GTI. Some people don't recommend buying a GTI, some people do. But we're gonna start off with reason number 1. The main reason why I bought a GTI over Golf R is it's $10,000 cheaper. Why wouldn't you buy a car that's $10,000 cheaper and it's the same thing, right? But I've driven both cars. I've driven a Golf R, I've driven a GTI. I've pretty much seen what they're like. A Golf R is faster, but it has the same turbo that you can put into a GTI. So let's go into some statistical facts here. The GTI is an IS-20 turbo, which is the same thing as a GLI. The Golf R is an IS-38 turbo, and I'm only talking about Mark 7s. The Mark 8, I mean, get the Mark 8 Golf R any day of the week. The IS-38 turbo is the bigger turbo. It's basically the brother of the IS-20 turbo. That turbo puts out up to 292 horsepower stock, while the IS-20 puts out 220 horsepower. So you're thinking, okay, front wheel drive, 220 horsepower against the all-wheel drive, 292 horsepower Golf R. Why wouldn't you just buy a Golf R? Well, we're gonna pretty much dive into all of that today because honestly, it might not be worth buying a Golf R. So the number 2 reason why I recommend, no, sorry. Blooper. My God, I can't speak right now. I haven't been on the camera in a while. I'm at the park right now, by the way. The number 2 reason why I bought a GTI over a Golf R is because it's more fun to build. Honestly, it is. Because you can do the turbo build and because it has lower power, so you have to do more efforts in tuning and all that. That is one of the main reasons why I bought this car, was because it saved me 10 grand off the price of buying the car. And on top of it, it gives me more of an opportunity to do a really cool build. And that is one of the reasons why I did that, because honestly, if you're looking for a budget build, don't go out and spend 35, 40K on a Golf R, buy a GTI. Now, I bought the Autobahn, so for me, it's like, yeah, I went above and beyond and bought the most expensive GTI that you can pretty much buy for a Mark 7. Yes, I got a pretty good deal on it, that's why I bought it. Other than that, if you're just gonna do a budget build, get a GTI, that like a GTI S 2016, 2015 that has maybe 60, 70,000 miles on it and it's under 20K. You can buy this for under 20 grand and do a build. One very wise guy I was talking to is how I found out this like idea of like what you should buy. I talked to him while I was in a Volkswagen dealership near my home. When talking to him, I realized, so I test drove a GTI S. It was a 2020 GTI S, but it was wicked expensive for no reason because it had no miles on it. But I was like, all right, whatever. It was all right, I liked it. But the difference, I said to him, I sat down and I was like, all right, so should I buy a GTI S, SE, or Autobahn? And he said, honestly, I would buy an S if you're gonna fully build it. And the reason why is because you save money because you have to put in a lot of money to build it. But here's the thing, with me at least. I wanted the nice interior. I wanted to have the leather seats. I wanted to have my dual climate. I wanted to have the sunroof. And I wanted to have these headlights. Although I can rebuy these headlights, I want the headlights. I did not really want this, the front assist, but I got it anyway. And I kind of wanted that fully loaded model. So that's why I ended up going for it, and I got it. And it worked out perfectly. But that's now going to lead me to the third reason why I bought a GTI over a Golf R. Some people might think it's stupid. Hell, even Adam thinks it's stupid. But I think it's honestly stupid for a Golf R to not have it. And that third reason is a sunroof. Why in the world does a Golf R not come with a sunroof? That never made any sense to me. Now, I guess Golf R racing, I get it. It's a track kind of car, I get it. But the car is not really, it's not a GT3 RS or a 720S McLaren. Like, it's not, or a GT4 Cayman Porsche. So it's like, to me, it's more of a daily car over anything. It can be made for the track, but yet again, to me, it doesn't make sense. And this is only US models, by the way. For European models, they all come with sunroofs. I, once again, don't understand why. I don't get the United States, why they did that. I don't know. All I know is I didn't want to spend an extra 10K, get pretty much everything, and not get that. I mean, why wouldn't you add a sunroof to, I don't know. I didn't like it. When I sat in the Golf R and I drove it, I did not like that there was no sunroof in the car. I thought it was weird because you're buying the fully loaded car. This is the highest Golf model you can buy, and yet there's no sunroof. I just thought it was missing something, and I really didn't like it. It was like lacking that, and I didn't like that. Not a huge fan. And honestly, I kind of pick at things like that, but for me, I didn't see the point in spending an extra 10 to 15K for that. So another reason why I bought a GTI over a Golf R is because it's kind of weird, but I like it. It's because of all the red accents. I honestly like that the GTI has its own flagship, because the Golf R is kind of bland. There's really nothing to, it's just a Golf R. Like, the older ones had blue, which was kind of cool, but it wasn't like a GTI red. The GTI red has it in the headlights, in the grille. You have the accent lighting on the side. You have all the lighting, all the red through here, which I like. You have the red stitching on the seats. You have the red stitching on the shifter. And it kind of gave you that like flagship feel that the Golf R didn't. The Golf R looked kind of more bland and plain when I sat in it, and I didn't really like it. So for me, I kind of liked the red. I thought the red was really cool. I thought it was really different compared to a Golf R, and that was really kind of the eye popper for me. Like, when people see this car on the road, that when you see a Golf R, does it look cool? Yeah, but it doesn't look like a GTI, and a GTI kind of has more of that poppy feel and look on the road. So that was another reason why I got that. But I know I'm kind of just nitpicking with some of these things, but they're true, honest things of why I bought a GTI over a Golf R. And honestly, if you want to bring it to another reason, I kind of like the sound of GTIs better. Golf R's sound okay with the IS38, but as you know, I'm not putting an IS38 turbo in this car. I'm putting a completely different turbo, and that's going to be a surprise in this channel, and I'm very, very excited to get that turbo someday to show you guys, because it's insane and excessive and stupid, but it's great, and I'm very happy to be putting it on the car. But I don't really love the way the Golf R sound. It's kind of like an S3. S3s are the same thing as Golf Rs, and I don't love the way S3s sound. They sound kind of garbage in my opinion. But the GTIs sound good. They sound like your typical 4-cylinder banger. But you know what? They sound good to me, and they sound great. And just, I love the room for potential in a GTI. Where a Golf R, it's like, it's kind of like, okay, it's already fast. You don't feel like you have to do things to it because it already has that 300 horsepower band. You don't have to worry about doing things. While this car lacks a lot of turbo lag, and it's kind of slow when you first get it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a pretty peppy and quick car, but it's not really fast, and that's what I like about it. It's like when you get all those old JDM cars, they're very slow. Like a Mark IV Supra is not fast when you first buy it. It's got a little pep in its step, it's got a lot of torque, but it's not fast. There's not, like, that 2JZ has so much potential, but like it's pretty slow completely stock. But when you start building it, it's so fast. I mean, those are 750, 800 horsepower track monsters, those cars become. And that's what this car can become, and that's what I like about it. Now, I guess if you want to go to a downside, I guess it stinks that a GTI is front-wheel drive. That is unfortunate. I'm used to driving front-wheel drive because I had the Passat, so I'm used to it. Do I love that it is front-wheel drive? No. It's the only thing that kind of stinks about it. I wish it was all-wheel drive. That's probably the only thing I really love about a Golf R, is the all-wheel drive train. But there's nothing you can really do about it, and these cars still make so much power even with that front wheel drive, so you don't even really have to worry about it, which I absolutely adore that. And the last reason why I bought a GTI over a Golf R, and this one is big to me because it's important, and well, I'm just gonna show you the looks of it. The last reason why I bought this car over a Golf R is it looks meaner. There's something about a GTI that looks so much sharper on the road than a Golf R. And it goes back to me saying how bland Golf Rs look on the road compared to GTIs. GTIs don't look bland. They look menacing, they look mean, they have the accents, they have the right bumpers. Golf Rs just have a couple little edgy, you know, engineering techniques to their bumpers, and it's like kind of bland to me. I always love Golf Rs, and someday maybe I will buy one on the channel to build. But as a daily car, if you're not gonna have multiple cars, for your daily car, I think a GTI is your best price point and your best looking car on the road. To me, it just looks more menacing. It looks more aggressive. It's really clean looking, and it has everything that you've ever wanted without spending the extra 10 to 15K and buying a Golf R. For some reason, the dual tips look 10 times better on a Golf than the quad tips. That is the reason, another reason why when I looked at this car, it looked menacing. And then the day I put these fat 4-inch exhaust tips on it, when I put the exhaust on it, it just looks better than the quad tips you would see on a Golf R. In my opinion, these are all my opinion. But I just personally think a GTI with the badging, with the way it looks, the money you save, and everything that you can do to it, it just makes more sense. And like I said, some of these I'm nitpicking. Some of these are really just like little things, but these little things matter to certain people because everybody has their own opinions and own things that they complain about. And to me, personally, that is why I bought this car, because it gave me nothing to complain about. There was nothing that I looked at this car and said, nah, I don't want this, or I don't need that, I don't want that, this is stupid, what's wrong with this? Everything about this car just made me love it. And so much that I've test driven 3 different ones. This was the 3rd and last one that I ended up buying. But when I was in the Golf R, I just didn't, like, it didn't feel right with me. It didn't, and looking for a new daily car, the GTI was just so much better, so much more compatible with what I'm gonna do with the build and everything I'm gonna do with it. So in my personal opinion, and what the guy even told me at Volkswagen when we were sitting down having that conversation, that a GTI is overall 10 times better to buy. Is a little bit more well-known on the road, yes. Are there people out there who rice it out and it looks stupid? Yes. But it doesn't matter. It's about what you want to do with the car and how you feel about it. And personally, I think this car is perfect. But if I had to say this, I would agree with the guy at Volkswagen, and I would go ahead and spend less money on a GTI if you're gonna build it. I wouldn't. Whoa, I just discovered this. So I got the door open, I'm in park. I literally just pulled the lever back. My foot's on a brake, so I can't change gears. And it beeps and it says, move selector level to P position. But here's the weird thing. My foot's not on the brake, so I can't engage. See, now that makes more sense, because now I can engage the gear. That's weird. So even if your foot is off the brake and your car is on and you just press that down, that is really cool. So anyway, you should buy a cheaper GTI to build it because you're gonna save a lot of money. This build is gonna cost about $10,000 to $12,000 when it's completely done. It might even cost more depending on what else I find and what else I do. I'm thinking about doing an interior remodel at some point. So if I do that, add another 8 to 10 grand to that. So it's an expensive build, but that's even with a Golf R. But we have some really cool videos kind of coming out just about like things like this and just kind of hanging out with you guys and talking. And if you have any questions or any like things, I'm always willing to do a Q&A on the channel. So comment down below and say anything you want to say, and I will literally create a video. We'll literally do Q&As of any questions that you guys have. And just comment down below, any questions, anything. I will create Q&A, I'll do anything. I'll go on Instagram Live. You guys wanna go over there, obviously link in the description below. I can go on Instagram Live and go over there and do some Q&As. Anything you guys wanna see, let me know, because me, I have a whole bunch of content that I'm planning on doing, but if you guys wanna see anything, like request anything, what do you guys got? Any parts that I don't know about, anything, just comment down below, please. any of you guys, you know, let me know anything, and we can always just chat it up. We can talk, we can go on YouTube, and I can create a cool video, Q&As, answering all your guys' questions about what the build's gonna be like or anything in the future. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know, because I would be glad and love to answer it and just have cool conversations with you guys. Because I'm not just here to build cars and just put out random videos. I'm also here to give you guys some cool insights, some of my personal opinions, and essentially anything about my life that you guys really want to know about. Just kind of let me know, and I'll let you guys know anything. You guys know I can never end a video without a driving clip. Can I accelerate right here though? Yeah, I kind of can. We got it. You know I can never end a video without a little bit of driving. You gotta do what you gotta do. That intake sounds so amazing. Look at all the, I believe those are Land Rovers. That was cool. God, this car is so fun to drive. You can just feel the power gain, and just with every little part that you install, it's so good. It's so exciting, and it just makes the process so much more fun, I guess you could say, because this is one of many cars that we're building on this channel. I'm just very proud to build it for you guys and for myself, and kind of put that content out there for you guys. But enough of me rambling. I appreciate all your guys' support. I appreciate every single one of you for watching my videos every single week, week in, week out, whether they're full of content or if it's just me talking like this. I appreciate everything you guys do for me, and as always, I'll see you in the next one, boys. Peace out. See you soon.